What on motherfuckers?
What's going on?
All kinds of shit, apparently.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
All kinds of shit.
Crazy stuff, man.
I mean, it's sports news.
Yeah. So tonight we are covering random ass fucking sports news. Gonna be interesting. So you know what? Let's just dive right into the fucking controversial. Like
which
just
one?
Right off the bat.
Which one?
You know which one I'm talking about.
I'm listening.
Well, we got a couple of them.
So. It was the controversial one.
Oh, my one, the gender switch in sports.
Yes, the controversial one.
Yeah, this could be a controversial one, but hey.
Depends on what you think controversial is.
Well, controversial as everybody else will be mad, but I won't. I'll be all right.
The one that's going to butt hurt people are going to get hate mail for.
It's safe to say the definition of controversial is controversial.
The one we're going to get hate mail for.
Okay.
But that's all right.
Let's get into it.
Well, here it is, right? The big thing is transgender people, should they be allowed in sports and be able to play against the other gender? So if you're a male going to a female and you're going into a female pro sport, is that okay? So
I say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no as well. And you know, I'm part of the community. I understand quite a bit about it. And when it comes down to it, it just doesn't add up right. But there's other ways for everybody to play.
Well, yeah.
To make professional sports.
Yeah. Well, it's like we talked about. Like, you know, you could easily do like a co-ed league. Now, before anybody goes out there and says, oh, fucking Jags, he said all kinds of shit about fucking gay people and trans people. Let's get that straight right now. Fucking Cool. Let's not go there because I'm gonna make you look like an idiot. So exactly. Don't even.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like that would be like basically coming up in there and going, you know, like, okay, let's say fucking Macho Man Randy Savage decided day one he wants to be a girl, and now he's gonna go into women's wrestling. Is that fucking fair? Fuck no, that ain't fair. That is not competitively fair by any means.
No,
I think that's kind of obvious, right? So
it is, but a lot of people are arguing about this.
Think about that, yeah.
You know, and I get it. It's people's rights and this is what they want. And a lot of people have been, you know, misjudged and treated poorly. I get all of that stuff. But let's think about it. We have to have equal playing grounds for everybody. That's why there's different leagues for different things, right? You don't mix all the sports together in one game. No, you play different sports, just for different people. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
But I think everybody should be able to be a professional athlete. But if you're going to go through these things, I think there either should be, like we were talking about, co-ed, or there and actually be a professional league.
See, I think you have a league for men. You have your leagues for men. You have your leagues for women. And then if you really want to go to that point, co-ed. Because then you know what you're signing up against. Like, you know that there's men and women in the league. So it wouldn't fucking matter if you're transgender, you know, born man, born woman, whatever. You know what you're signing up for. Like, it's on there. It's there. They can figure out some way to make it a fair playing field all the way across. Yeah. But you can't have, you know, these big ass, bulky ass men that decide they want to be women, that's good and great and fine. Okay, that's cool. But genetically, most of you are stronger and faster than most women. Now, are there women out there that could beat the shit out of men in certain sports? Absolutely. I have seen it for myself. But it's not an entire mass of women that can do that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sticky subject, and not everybody agrees with it. But I just don't understand what the big freaking deal is in the first place. Like, what is everybody so afraid of? Let's just all be able to play. Come on, it's really not that difficult.
It's something we should all be able to get behind, like for a team,
Right now. I've seen some, like there should be a certain amount of years. There should be all kinds of stuff. And I just wish that they would really dive into it and stop pushing it under the rug, because it's out there and that's how it's going to be. Things are not going to change on that.
People need a little while to figure it out.
If becoming trans and you're switching from, you get the gender reassignment surgery and you've went through all of it. Now, if they can prove that, going from, say you start taking the estrogen and you're going through the change and it takes however many years to go through that change and you go through the full change. Now, if it actually changes the chemistry of your entire body as far as muscle mass and all of these things, and it's proven and you're actually on the same level as any other woman or via woman going to man, sure. Okay, yeah. If it's actually scientifically proven to be fair and it's a fair playing ground, okay, you know what? I'm with it. I'm with it.
Well, yeah. Well, after so long, I mean, they physically change. Everybody physically changes, and then say 5-6 years or something. Once you've gone through all of that and you've gone through medical, just like any other athlete, other athletes have to go through a physical as well. There's just a little bit of extra logics behind it.
Right. I agree. So what would be your ultimate solution on that? I mean, I would say making a co-ed league. That would be my ultimate solution. And it would be obviously there would have to be waivers that are signed. Be you were playing against men and women.
Yeah.
This is going to happen. You are signing this stating that, if you get hurt, as a woman, man, via whatever, this is on you. This is not at us because you want to play at that level.
Yeah, and I think it should be probably categorized. I don't think it should just be playing co-ed, because you do have the different stages and the different things, and people could really get hurt for stuff like that. So that's why different parts of the league, just like any other sport, there's different parts. You got your major leagues, your minor leagues, and all these different little levels that you can go for, but you're all at that same level. So I think that would be the best way to do it, to be honest with you. But they should have the same opportunities as any other athlete that's out there. I don't think that everybody should be segregated in that kind of way. If there's professional volleyball, there should be a professional volleyball for everybody. I don't care.
Okay.
Boxing, wrestling, football, soccer, don't care. If that's what they want to do, fine and dandy.
Okay. So you're saying just have the men and women leagues, and if they can do it, they can do it.
Pretty much. What's the problem?
So what would we do if, say, you get specifically a man that's trans and that's went from man to woman and comes into a sport and just fucking dominates all the women because they were,
he will be, or she, whatever, would be in that league for that level,
right?
Their level, I guess I don't know. I'd have to do more research for all that. But say 1 to 2 years, you got that level. And then after you get so far, maybe you got the whole entire surgeries and all the other stuff, and you've been on there for 5 years. It's another, I don't know. It's a different league area where you play. But they all get to play. They all get to be in a professional atmosphere and be a professional athlete. That's the point behind it. and it's just putting people to where they can actually play. There are a lot of different athletes out there, no matter what the hell you are. So why can we not make leagues for everybody, and everybody that is at that top level be a professional level? I mean,
right. So did you agree with that trans swimmer getting her medals taken from her and given to the next runner up?
I would say yeah, because that was before the fact, right? Like, it was before they knew that she wasn't supposed to be there in the first place.
I'm not really sure on the exact specifics of
I don't
it,
know either.
but I do know that like she is pretty. I mean, other than taking,
yeah, like I don't know if you've ever seen Michael Phelps's form, but he has the same body structure as Michael Phelps, and we all know Michael Phelps. He
right?
can swim. He's already advanced just by his structure.
Right.
So
this trans athlete was blowing every fucking female out the goddamn water for obvious reasons.
And then, sorry.
Well, that's where the logistics are supposed to go into.
She's. It was a
You know
female
what I mean?
sport of a female was going up against other females, but with a major upper hand. Right, because
what sport would
classify somebody, and then so he was now a she. So, and then I guess that's just the way they are, their chemistry. So, just even having that advantage, like a man's body and a female mindset, pretty powerful.
Right.
But it can go the other way around too.
Yeah. So and then where does it stop too? Like, where do we stop at? Like IQ? Do we start? You know, if you're not at a certain IQ, you can't play this game. Or there's
exactly. You have to be so tall.
Yeah, like it'll be every 5 points you're in a bracket.
Must be this tall to ride.
And then it just
let's go.
Never stops.
Yeah.
All right, so we're pretty much at an impasse of we don't really know what to fucking do with that. So
no, I just want everybody to be able to play and have a good time. And if they want
I agree. Everybody should be able to play, and if you're that damn good to be pro, then you should be able to play at a pro level. However you decide to do it, whether there's alternate leagues, multiple leagues, whatever is decided upon, I just think everybody needs to like sit down, have an open discussion like adults, figure out a solution that's going to benefit everybody, and then move forward with that solution.
Yeah.
I agree. Stop fighting about it. It's just making things worse.
Yeah. So moving on. So we've come up to a bypass that we just decide that, somebody needs to fucking step in and do some shit and make it fucking fair for everybody all the way around, and that's just how it is. So,
and who makes these decisions though?
You know what? I don't I would guess with the NCAA, it'd be the committee.
Yeah. They would have to
whatever the NAIA is. I don't even know what that was. But I know it was
let me look up. Let me look it up. NAIA. Did you say NAIA?
Yeah.
That is the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics.
See?
The experts in the business of small college athletics.
How can they be experts in it if they don't know what they're doing about? They're talking about like taking it out of the sport.
The National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, established in 1940, is a college athletics association for colleges and universities in North America. Most colleges and universities in the NAIA offer athletic scholarships to their student athletes, blah, 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 blah. So apparently they're just some type of like overseeing committee for smaller colleges. They are not over like the major colleges.
They have 250 members that make those decisions too.
Yeah, so they did. It does say NAIA essentially bans transgender athletes from women's sports. NAIA becomes first organization to ban trans athletes from college sports. National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics Council presidents voted 20-0 on Monday to ban trans women from competing in sports.
Yeah.
So that pretty much just says, now you can't be a professional athlete, because a lot of athletes go from, high school on up to college. Think about it. A lot of people can't go to big 4-year colleges. They got to go to these 2-year colleges and stuff like that. So to me, that's just a step backwards.
Yeah.
So this one goes a little bit more in depth. So this is based off of ESPN. So this says the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, the governing body for mostly small colleges, announced a policy on Monday that all but bans transgender athletes from competing in women's sports. The NAIA Council of Presidents approved the policy in a 20-0 vote. The NAIA, which oversees some 81,000 athletes at schools across the country, is believed to be the first college sports organization to take such a step. According to the transgender participation policy, all athletes may participate in NAIA-sponsored male sports, but only athletes whose biological sex assigned at birth is female and who have not begun hormone therapy will be allowed to participate in women's sports. A student who has begun hormone therapy may participate in activities such as workouts, practices, and team activities, but not in interscholastic competition. NAIA programs in competitive cheer and competitive dance are open to all students. The NAIA policy notes every other sport includes some combination of strength, speed, and stamina, providing competitive advantages for male student athletes.
Well,
that sounds like really specific.
That was really specific, but what's kind of funny is it's basically for the male. It's kind of like they're just going for one area. They're not going for both areas.
Yeah, they're basically saying that anybody can play in the male sports.
Yeah.
But to play in the female sports, you have to be born genetically female.
What?
Yeah. So it's one-sided.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from it.
That's exactly what I got from that.
Yeah, that's the way that I'm reading it. Now, if I'm wrong,
but at the same time, there's sports where if a female was on a male team, it would be very good for them. Like, things happen. Shoot. I know some women that can whoop some guys' butts in all kinds of different sports.
Yeah.
I guess the hot button is like the sports that are more like, I guess, physically active, like shit like fucking football
or wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling. Stuff that it's a whole lot of power.
It's one-on-one physical, yeah.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be up to the person or people that we're fighting?
Yeah, like I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to sign off on that.
Because I've actually seen girl wrestlers are freaking murderers out there. Like, and then it's also a mind game too, because when you're playing up against a female, it's like, I've never done this before.
Right? Like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, like.
Well, I think that's part of it, because it's like, so say a female goes out and plays football.
Yeah.
She's on a football team.
Yeah.
And say it's because usually when you do see females playing football and they're playing and they do play football, which there are a few females out there that are on male football teams.
Yeah, I think a couple
times out of 10 when you sit, they're kickers.
Yeah.
The kickers. But what if you had a female who could be a quarterback? So how are you going to feel as a male when you're rolling up on this female quarterback and you got to fucking drill her ass?
You better get over it, because I guarantee she's not contemplating that at all. She's contemplating knocking you on your ass.
So
but
I
it's
don't mind
situations
it.
where you really have to nail a quarterback, right? Like you're trying to send a message or a signal to the other team, like, hey, we're not playing around. We're trying to take you out. It's Super Bowl time.
So
if you decide
down
to
to
play
that
that sport,
decision,
that's on you.
they both got to be ready for what the decision.
right. Well, see, I agree with that. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind the females playing in the male sports if they know what they're getting into. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are afraid, especially with executives. They're afraid, oh, that's violence against a female. That's a man fucking hitting this woman at fucking full speed with all his weight.
It's a
lose. Sport. It's a goddamn sport.
Old man.
But you know damn well that people are going to be out there. They're going to fucking do that shit.
Yeah.
Well, of course they're going to do that shit. And there's always the hazing, and there's always the fact you got to go through this to do this, and blah, 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 blah. I've been there, done that, had to do that myself.
Like, at the end of the day, I feel like you're not going to make any party happy. Like, somebody's going to be pissed about it no matter which way you fucking look at it. Yeah. Because there's going to be people that call it fucking, abuse to women. Some people, they're going to say it's not fucking fair because they want to play and can't play. Like, it's damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Pretty much.
So, you know what? I feel like it should be, at this point, like, as us sitting here discussing it, I feel like it should be every individual's decision on whether they want to go into that fucking sport or not. And if you are going to go into that sport, you got to go 100%. So if you're a woman playing in the fucking NFL, all those men, you got to fucking hit her like you would any other person. She put herself out there. She knew what she was signing up for. She's involved.
Yep.
It's what it is.
They got there somehow, some way. Not just because they magically appeared. So obviously they can do their job. But shoot.
Yeah. Once you get past a certain point, you should have the knowledge to be consistent whoever you're playing against.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those athletes are going to have to go through some type of training as far as dealing with the general public. Because you know damn well the general public is going to throw a goddamn shit fit over it. They're going to throw a shit fit because transgender people can't play. They're going to throw a shit fit when the fucking male tackles a female. They're going to throw a shit fit no matter what you goddamn do. So, again, it's damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Yep.
So, when is enough?
But would you watch is the question.
I would watch.
I would
watch. Why is it that our women can go fight for our country, but you can't go and play?
If there was a woman that fucking got on the damn Jacksonville Jaguars, I'd be the first motherfucker to buy her goddamn jersey.
And see, that's the thing. It's just, I don't know. I think it's just old school rules in a new world, right? Like, it's not going to change overnight. Those people kind of got to go away.
Overnight? It's been we're over 100 years now.
No. What I'm saying is like men and women swapping sports. Like that's just an idea that happened like in the last 5 years, right? It was in my high school when I went to high school, and that was like in 2008. So,
I mean, I remember the first time I seen it, I was in elementary. Now you gotta think I'm fucking turning 41 years old this year. So when I was in elementary, we had 2 girls who played on our elementary football team. This is 4th, 5th, and 6th grade.
Yeah.
So this was, fucking late 80s.
Yeah.
Early 90s.
Yeah.
And one of them was a offensive lineman.
Nice.
Now I could say for her, and I still fucking know her name to this day. Now I'm not going to put it out there in case anybody's watching, but she was a badass.
Yeah,
and she held up regular ass boys that were coming in, and she was dominating. Now she was a big girl, but she was stout and built like a goddamn fucking brick wall.
Like a weightlifter.
And she and the bad thing was I got so angry because they bullied her. The football team bullied her into quitting.
That's messed up.
And I was pissed. I was mad as heck because I was friends with her. I was friends with her all through fucking school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why you motherfuckers gotta do this shit? Like, who fucking cares if it's a fucking girl? She actually, at her age, she wanted to change in there with the fucking boys. She wanted to be just like one of the fucking guys, and wanted. Of course, they wouldn't let her for obvious reasons. I mean, we were all, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, but she wanted to. She wanted to be a part of the team. She wanted to be just like anybody else, and she wanted to be like the guys.
Well, that's the thing, though, is like, do they not think that they already, have a hard enough time going into the sport? Like, we already know that they don't want them to be there. So they're still going to go up against that, and they're still bucking up against that, and they're still having the faith in themselves to be able to be in that sport and have the passion for that sport. And then you have your team sit there and dump on you, but that person's still getting 100%.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
That's very
fucked up.
It was super fucked up.
Yeah.
Now she did. I mean, she played through, I think, like 2 seasons, and it was 6th grade because she was with us 4th grade and 5th grade. She fucking played. 6th grade was the year that they fucking bullied the shit out of her because I guess they didn't care because 4th grade and 5th grade she was on JV.
Yeah.
4th grade I was on JV, but 5th and 6th grade I was varsity. And 6th grade she finally made the varsity team. And they did. They fucking bullied the shit out of her into quitting. I think she made it through about half. And here's the thing. She was a starter. She was a starting offensive lineman on the A team on varsity.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I can't see that, though. I can't see that someone making it to the varsity team, earning their way, right? Playing these games with next to, your fellow teammates. And then they're just going to make fun of her at the end like that.
They did. She made it through. She made it through about half the season, and I remember having a conversation with her because I tried talking her into coming back on the team, and I tried and tried and tried. That poor girl was in fucking tears over it, and I was like, "It was fucked up." She earned the damn spot. And it was all because they wanted who was on the B team. She took his spot, and he was a big popular guy. He was super popular. He was, one of the top guys.
Kind of super lazy too, right?
His fucking daddy was a damn lawyer in town, and he was that guy.
Yeah.
And fucking they wanted, all his boys fucking wanted him to have it. And of course, I was the weird motherfucker who played sports. I was still the pop punk kid who fucking came in all black and listened to fucking pop punk and heavy metal, but I still played sports. And I was the one that thought differently and was like, hey, you want to play, fucking play. Like, don't let them fucking look at me like fucking nobody likes me and I still fucking play. So just don't listen to them, fuck them, play.
Yeah.
She couldn't do it.
Yeah.
She wouldn't do it. And then once we got into middle school, they had powder puff football, and she played powder puff football, which was the girls' like basically flag football, but it's not the same.
No, yeah,
that shit ain't the same. That's not what she wanted to do. She wanted to knock motherfuckers out.
And why the hell they got to call it powder puff? Are you fucking serious?
It did. It was called powder puff football.
Like they can't even make it normal women's football, women's league.
No, they called it powder puff football.
That's a dick move.
Like they don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Just saying, that's what it is. That's like back in the day when they made the women's professional baseball team wear skirts because, it's fun sliding in a skirt.
There's no crying in baseball.
I love that.
Such a great movie.
Yeah, I gotta watch.
I love that movie. I was very lucky to meet some of the women that played that back then. I got some pictures of them. I really want to dig those out, by the way. I'll have to share them with everybody. But we were at a women's football league game, and they were there, and they introduced them and all that good stuff. It was really cool. Great.
All right, on that, we have to take a commercial break. We're actually to that fucking point. So we will be right back.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
You know what I fucking hate? Fucking animal whore. A fucking shark. Bitch, please, this fucking dildo with teeth is beating your ass. It took you 2 hours of film to kill a goddamn shark. Fucking Steve Irwin could have fucking showed up, took a shot at Jack, would have been like, crikey, you motherfuckers can't do shit. We're just gonna jump in there with a knife, take here, got its guts out, presto, you're dead. It would have been like a scene from 300, Crocodile Hunter, guts wrapped around him, screaming, "This is Discovery Channel!"
All right. So you guys already know, the whole shebang on that. We're doing an animated series, a graphic novel. It is actually called The Necro Gods. So that will be coming out hopefully by the end of this year. You'll see the graphic novel and then the animated film for 2025. So look at that. If you want to see background stuff, find me on TikTok and Instagram. That is where you're going to find the behind the scenes stuff. So look me up on TikTok, Instagram, follow me. You'll see all the cool shit and all the behind the scenes stuff. So, moving on. Now we're getting on to Mr. Rashee Rice of the Chiefs. We already talked about this. We already talked about this whole thing. And here we go again. So, Mr. Rashee Rice here has now they have just filed an arrest, a warrant for his arrest, facing a bunch of charges. So, Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice faces 8 charges, including aggravated assault after he and another speeding driver of a sports car caused a recent chain reaction crash. Police said arrest warrants have been issued for Rice for 1 count of aggravated assault, 1 count of collision involving serious bodily injury, and 6 counts of collision involving injury. Let's see. Rice's attorney. Whoa! Wait a minute. This motherfucker's attorney is a state senator.
Uh-oh.
Oh dang! Here we go. What? How can you?
This motherfucker's attorney is a state senator. This motherfucker gonna get away with it. State Senator Royce West. Rice's attorney, State Senator Royce West, said last week that Rice had been driving a Lamborghini sport utility vehicle when the crash occurred. Arrest warrants for the same charges were also issued for Theodore Knox, 21, who was driving the Corvette.
Yeah.
It also says in here, and I don't know why this was even a thing, why they put some of this stuff in there, but it says, according to WFAA TV in Dallas, the police report also said that marijuana was found in both cars, as well as credit cards, a $16,500 check, a diamond chain, and a Chiefs playbook.
Okay.
Why they got a playbook? They're going to lose this year now.
What does credit cards fucking have to do with anything?
Illegal activity.
Diamond chain have to do with anything?
Easiest thing to plant.
What does the check have to do with anything? Or what the hell does the Chiefs playbook have to fucking do with anything?
Makes sense to me.
Now,
it clearly just sounds like they raced, they were having a good time, they got ahead of themselves, they made a mistake, and they caused an accident. That's
Did they ever determine, I guess, if one guy is more liable than the next guy? Because
no, they were racing.
That was there.
There was 2. They were racing. They were street racing.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Rashee Rice was driving a Lamborghini SUV. The other guy had a Corvette.
Yeah.
They were racing. Both of them in their low 20s. Rashi Rice.
How do we know one or the other was going to get away from the other person? Speaking as a lawyer.
No.
Yeah.
No, they both ran.
How do we know?
Both parties ran.
Didn't fly from one car to another car during the accident.
No.
No, it was a whole chain reaction.
No. I'm like, nope.
Can you prove
That's
that?
not what happened.
No, it's both of theirs damn. It was both of theirs damn fault. Both.
It is.
More at fault, if you had to say.
Nobody.
I mean,
they
both.
did it.
You both actively
state law.
raced.
Like
You
flip
both.
a coin, who's gonna lose?
It don't matter.
Whoever has the least money.
You both, when you pull up to that line, you're like, hey, we're going to race, rev. Both of you are at fault.
Yeah. So you're
When
saying
you
you want to see the equal charge for the guy driving the Corvette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
both did it.
Yeah, they both did it. They both actively decided to break the law. And they both decided to race. And they caused a chain reaction that caused multiple people to get hurt. They are both at fucking fault.
It's
That's
like having the
not the way-
getaway driver from the bank robbery.
That's not the way like everybody wants you to look at it, but that's kind of the way you got to look at it. Is they were both at fault.
Yeah, they're both at fault. They both should have the exact same charges. And from what I understand, they both do.
Yeah.
At least
Sounds like
that's what it looks like because I'm sitting here reading it, and
I think
it looks
Rice
like
he might have an extra charge for leaving the scene of a crime, right, or whatever.
Well, yeah, he's going to have all
yeah,
those little
if they're going to
fines.
charge him with that.
Yeah.
I mean, right here they're talking about his possible. It said Rice last week posted onto his Instagram that he was taking full responsibility for the part in the wreck. It said aggravated assault in Texas, a second-degree felony, is punishable by up to 20 years in prison. Collision involving bodily injury, a third-degree felony, is punishable by up to 10 years in prison. A collision involving injury is punishable by up to 5 years in prison. So he's looking at a possible fucking prison sentence, but I want to say he's not going to fucking get it because he's got a goddamn senator as his fucking watch.
Do we know
This
who
is
that
where
is?
some shady ass political shit comes into play, and this motherfucker gets out of it because his damn lawyer's a senator.
At least he admitted it.
Oh, well, thankfully.
Well, you know what? I give him props for admitting it. That's usually what irritates me is people lie about it. Okay, you did something stupid. A lot of people do stupid things. So, I mean, you shouldn't try killing people.
See, I don't know what that's going to say about his NFL career. That's a good fucking point because you got to think about this. The same shit just happened a few years ago with Henry Ruggs with the fucking Vegas Raiders. He went out and got drunk. Now, granted, they weren't drunk. At least they don't know because they ran from the scene, so they could have been drunk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Henry Ruggs, he went out and actually killed somebody. You know, he killed a young woman in his bullshit. And the same thing, fucking driving a fucking sports car out on the highway, fucking drunk, doing speeds well over 120 miles an hour, fucking hit a car and fucking killed her. You know, her and her dog. They all died. And his ass is sitting in prison. Now, being that nobody fucking died in this, that's going to be a big part of the fucking argument as well. No one died. Well, they got fucking hurt. They got hurt.
All I hear in that is a whole bunch of bad because I didn't really kill the person, so they're still alive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what his argument's going to be.
What the heck? No. I mean, I'm glad he admitted it, and he's being man enough to admit it. I mean, like, yeah, I was wrong, and it's shitty that it happened, and you know what? He might lose his career over this, but you got to make sure you're thinking when you're in those situations. What's more important, racing your buddies or your career?
I honestly don't know if he'll lose his career.
It depends on how many years he's gone.
Or money.
And if the NFL is going to go for that.
I mean, it all depends on the NFL. It all depends on the NFL. Now,
career-wise, yeah.
if he does prison time, I would say that the NFL would kick him out. If he does prison time. But being that he's got a fucking senator as his damn attorney, a Texas senator on that, which I feel like that should not be allowed. I feel like that's some shit. That's some shit.
Well, they got a lot of different political things around in Texas. You know, a lot of different counties and cities, and I mean,
but still, it's a senator. It's not like it's a mayor. It's not like it's a.
He's running again this year.
Fucking senator.
He's got majority vote too. He's like at 90%.
Is he?
He is a senator.
Yep.
You know as well as I do that motherfucker gonna get him out of some shit.
He's
about ready to find out.
Definitely got pulled.
I feel like if you're a lawyer and you're in the government,
he's been voted into the Texas Senate, he's been a senator since '93.
Dang.
That's what I'm saying. The motherfucker's got massive. That's what I'm saying. That motherfucker's got massive power.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Why is he going for the Chiefs guy though?
Because he's on the Chiefs. It's a fucking NFL player. Come on.
The senator can't even be a Cowboys fan.
Well, I guarantee you there's more to the story. Because here's the thing. Rashee Rice is from Texas. He's from Texas.
Oh.
We look after our own.
Yeah.
He's a local boy.
Well. Yep.
Well, I hope he wins.
We all know what happens there. Never mind.
The goddamn Chiefs. The fucking Chiefs always win. God damn it.
Yeah. Well, let's hope they don't win that, but they can maybe win this. Yeah.
You know. I don't even know. No nutties.
I'm just saying, like, it should not be fair that this dude has a fucking senator as his damn lawyer. Like, I feel like if you're going to be a senator, you shouldn't be allowed to be a fucking lawyer for people, especially he ain't being a damn lawyer for everybody else. Ain't nobody else getting that shit. He's just doing it because Rashee Rice is a fucking NFL player.
Well, I don't know.
And that goes into, sport. Like, I'm a huge sports fan. I love my sports. But I don't feel like these sports people, when they go and get in trouble and they do stupid shit, they should not get fucking special privileges.
No, I don't think they should either. Because, I mean, like I said, if it's attempted murder, it's attempted murder. Not, oops, I didn't kill them.
There are concerns, real quick, over his legal practice, which is law firm West and Associates, LLP, about conflict of interest accusations.
See, that's what I'm saying.
If you're a judge,
what I'm saying.
Would you go against what your senator's about ready to do? Because, do you rule against your senator that's in front of your face right now?
No, they're not going to. It's some corrupt shit.
Yeah.
God.
It's going to be interesting to see the outcome, even though it's like, come on. And the people that got hit, they got money because of the car they were driving. It's a Lexus. Come on.
Yeah, one's a Corvette, one's a Lamborghini SUV. I didn't even know Lamborghini had fucking SUVs.
Yeah, a lot of them are starting to get on that. Like, ever since Porsche did the 4-door or whatever, Lamborghini started making SUVs and boats, in case you didn't know.
Hold that thought. We're going to commercial. We're going to talk about these goddamn boats. Hold the fucking goddamn phone. We'll be right back. So if you watched it fast enough, that is our entire lineup of fucking shows right now. We do have more shows possibly coming in the near future. So some of that did show new shows. Sound Injection will be starting here within a few weeks, which will be myself and Mojo. We will be interviewing up and coming bands and also some of your favorite national bands that will be brought to you by 434 Management.
Nice.
So that will be coming soon. We do have some really big interviews that are already in the works and have already been worked out. Of course, I'm not going to leak anything quite yet, but there's some big ones. So if you're a hard rock or heavy metal fan, you might want to pay attention because we got some big ones coming very, very, very soon. Absolute Hysteria, I believe, is starting this Sunday, which we have 2 shows back to back. You got Flash Gaming from 8 to 9, and then Absolute Hysteria from 9 to 10. So
yes,
get in there, watch them, and we have more stuff coming down the road. So, anyways, yeah, I would like to see how this whole Rashee Rice thing is going to fucking turn out because
it's gonna be interesting. We gotta keep up on that one,
dude. This is some shady shit. This is some fucking shady shit. I'm telling you. When I see it said senator, I'm like, whoa. Let's hold the fucking down here.
Like, you can't do that. What are you talking about?
Senator's your fucking lawyer. Are you kidding me right now?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's almost a complete abuse of power.
That's a cheat code and a pro tip.
Right?
It is a fucking cheat code.
He came out balling. He's like, look.
my lawyer's a fucking senator.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when they find that out, they're like, we're fucked. Let's just not even spend any more money on this court case. Let's just withdraw our statements. Nothing happened.
Yeah, there's some shady about all that, to be honest with you.
I mean, the only like way to up this person is to, hire like the president?
I mean, that's the next step. You got a goddamn senator. You have a senator.
Yeah.
I had to really think about that for a minute.
You're only like 2 steps away from the fucking president at this point.
Yeah.
Who's your lawyer? Oh, the president of the United States.
That's right.
It's gonna be Bush.
Now what?
Well, if you got Joe Biden as your lawyer, you're fucked.
That's why I was questioning it. It was like, which president at which time?
Yeah.
If you got bumbling Biden, you're fucked.
I got Bush in 98? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Right.
you might be all right. You might. If he's in his prime. If it's
Right.
Texas
prime,
Bush in his
please.
prime. Maybe.
Right. So I got a question because I saw this in some of the stuff that I was looking at. What would you think about a permanent location for the Olympics?
Oh,
Because
that's a
this is
good one.
that is going around, and I love my Olympics, and I love the cultural part of it. So I kind of want to see what you guys think about this part of that one. Oh no.
Clinton? Okay. So permanent spot, it's kind of, that's a hard decision. That is
Right?
a real
And where
hard
would you
decision.
go?
Yeah. It was where would you go, and then the allure of the Olympics is kind of traveling, when it's in another country.
Well, I mean, it's international.
Yeah.
It's international sports. So what would be because nobody's going to consider it fair, no matter where you go, whether you did it in the United States or China, Germany, wherever. No one's going to consider it fucking fair, and everybody's going to fight over it.
Yeah, we're not going to put it on the moon. The permanent
Especially-
location is the moon. That's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially for the fact that you got to think about it. Think about how much money the Olympics brings to whatever town or whatever city holds that event.
Yeah.
Like, that's a massive amount of cash flow.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yep. And
So-
it has to be in Florida as well, because it's every 4 years. Is it every 4 years?
Yeah.
Every 4 years.
Yeah, and it's over. I mean, because they're playing hundreds of sports, so it draws everybody in, all kinds of fans, all kinds of people, and City is going to be making money for how long are the Olympics? Like 2 months?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How long are
They're wild. They get a lot. I mean, it just brings a lot of money into the economy.
I
Definitely.
swear I've been like seeing the Olympics when they are on for like a while. It's like, like 3 weeks, like maybe a month coverage.
Yeah.
Now, I would say if you're going to have it in one place, it should be where it started, where it was created.
Yeah.
True.
Greece.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just bring all the
right here on here it says the first known Olympics were held in 776 BC in Olympia, Greece, as part of a religious festival to honor Zeus, the father of the Greek gods.
Yeah.
The name Olympics comes from Mount Olympus, the home of the Greek gods. Mm-hmm. So, to me, and this isn't just because I'm fucking Norse pagan, but I'm just saying, to be fair, it started there, it was created there. If they're going to have a singular place for it to be every single time, it should be there. That's my vote.
And it wasn't it wrestling, I believe, is what the first Olympic
sport was. So it says right here, nope, the first event was a 600-foot race.
Okay, well.
Won by Corbios, a cook from Ellis.
Nice. But see, what about the weather? Now we got all kinds of different things popping in because we got like bobsled teams and then you got the swimming. Some of it can go inside, but you can't really.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're going to do Winter Olympics, then I guess would do it wherever it was first created, which the Olympics was just the Olympics, back when it was first done. The Winter Olympics was a more recent creation. So I guess maybe hold it where it first started. I'm going to look it up right now.
I don't know. Because things have changed over time. Land has changed over time as well. Weather. So, I don't understand why they would just keep it in one spot.
Yeah, because then it's like, why are the other countries going to play and make money and give money to that one spot? Right. Then what? Greece gets to compete in their home turf all the time?
Yeah. There is that.
So I think that's what keeps it fair, is moving it around.
So the Winter Olympics was first started in 1921. Well, that's when they came up with the idea, but the patronage kickoff to the winter sports didn't take place until 1924.
Okay.
And that's when it initially kicked off, and that kicked off in France. So, I'm good with the Olympics being in Greece.
Oh, and they're 19 days long.
Yeah, it's like I didn't think it was like month. I knew it was like 2-3 weeks, like max.
Yeah.
So it's about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of one of those hard things. It's like, damned if you do and damned if you don't, because once again, you're not going to make everybody happy with the fucking decision.
Not only no, but a heck no to moving or to keep it in one space or one area.
Yeah, I think you can put it in one spot in the United States, one spot in the UK, one spot in China, Japan, all these other places, right? Because it is a lot of money that they do have to put out to building it. It takes many years and all that good stuff. Why not just keep using the same ones over and over again? But all you got to do is just switch out the stadiums and, you already have it up. It's already there.
Yeah.
So.
And is it like a lottery for the next location, or is it just a standard?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how they decide that.
I don't know, but it would be interesting to try to figure out that one.
I mean, I would love, because that's the same thing with the fucking Super Bowl. How the hell did they decide what fucking goddamn stadium to do the Super Bowl at?
Huh.
Right? They just throw it in there and be like,
Because I know
"Ta-da!"
there's stadiums that the Super Bowl has been to multiple times, and I know there's stadiums that the Super Bowl's never been in.
True. What makes it that you can get there? Maybe
Well,
next.
because to me,
year.
it's like they keep going to all the just the nicest fucking stadiums that they can find. So all the newer ones is where they keep fucking going.
Yeah.
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 Well,
and that's part of it too. That's why so many teams rebuild stadiums. You know, it's like,
well, the Jaguars are. We're about to have this massive fucking multi-billion-dollar fucking stadium, which I've actually seen the videos for, and I'm super excited. I cannot fucking wait for that stadium to be built. But you know, it is what it is. Like, but I still don't think it should be like, oh, we're just going to go to the biggest, nicest stadiums, and that's where the Super Bowl is going to be everywhere. And I guarantee you they do the same thing with the Olympics. They're like, who has the nicest, biggest stadium that we're going to get the most amount of money out of?
Okay, so if the city wants the Olympics in their town, they have to submit an application, right? Yeah, like, you know, like this is why we should be able to host. We have this to offer, and blah blah blah.
But at what cost? You know damn well it costs to turn in an application. It's got.
Oh yeah. Cost to turn the application, cost to build all the stuff that's going to be built, because you know you don't get to pick it.
And it's by majority vote once your application gets submitted.
So yeah, I bet with also how much fucking money you're putting into our pocket.
The most money in that year.
It doesn't say anything about a fee or money or anything like that.
No, but it takes money to build all those things.
To build it, yes, but not to apply, I guess.
Sneaky.
I feel like that's some bullshit. I feel like there's money involved.
Shit alert.
Yeah, I feel like there's money involved. I really do.
Well, yeah, there's got to be someone lining someone's pocket, but you know, we don't talk about that here and now.
No, but before,
I mean, I would love to talk about
you wanted to talk about this one extra thing too. Is your
I want somebody on the fucking committee to come on this show and tell us.
Right. We wanted to figure out how they got to choose. Number one was the follow, and then the original question was, would we want to move the Olympics or keep it in one spot?
I think it should move, personally.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I really think it should move. I think it should be fair across the board. I feel like other states, other cities, other countries should be. Oh my God, J-Lo, of course you would. Let's get that senator. Let's get that fucking senator. We need to get that senator on the phone. So, somebody email that senator so we can get him on.
Get Royce West on the line now.
Let's get him on the line right now. We're gonna fucking do. We're gonna do the Rashi Rice, and we're gonna do the Olympics tonight.
We're gonna solve everything tonight. Someone put on a pot of coffee.
Oh, and then we'd be taken out by FBI agents in the next.
Right.
Yeah. On that, we are getting the fuck out of here. You guys have a fantastic night. Don't drink and drive. Don't do stupid shit. We love you. We'll see you next Wednesday. Don't forget Buzzkill Cinema tomorrow night. Classic 1978 Halloween. Watch it. Get with it. On that, we're out.
Bye. And good choices, guys. Bye.